Hey, what is up, spiritual hooligan? Are you ready to stop resenting, lamenting, resisting, pushing against, being in conflict? Today, I'm going to help you to go through a simple forgive and release meditation. This is a healing session, so I want you to get ready to create some positive energy in your life and get things moving forward by getting unstuck from resisting and survival consciousness. My name is Matthew Ferry, and I'm bringing you your daily enlightenment. It's your moment to pause, to slow down, to get connected to enlightened perspectives. I want to help you to quiet your mind and restore your peace. So let's meditate together. I'd like you to close your eyes if that works for you, and if it doesn't, that's okay. You can meditate with your eyes open. You don't have to worry about closing your eyes. Meditation, there's no actual rules for meditation, and all the rules that anyone says that there are just suggestions based on the way that other people have gotten results. So if it works for you, close your eyes, take a long, slow, deep breath in. I like to do it through my nose. You can do it through whatever you want. Hold your breath, though. Let's oxygenate the system. Holding your breath, let's set the intention together. Please set the intention for enlightened consciousness to flow through, to experience purity of our own consciousness, and blow out nice and slow. Now breathe in again, breathing in really slowly, focusing, holding your breath. Tilt your eyes ever so slightly up in between your eyebrows, activating your pineal gland. And just send a message through your entire system that says, chill, relax, let it go. Please set the intention to release ill will, to release fight, to forgive and release in this session right now. And blow out nice and slow. Let's do one more breath together, then I'll have you breathe on your own. Breathe in, hold your breath. As you're holding your breath, please set the intention to know all is well, to accept human beings exactly as they are. Please set the intention to release any conflict and to instead be in a state of harmony and all is well. Blow out nice and slow. Now I want you to continue to breathe with me, but I'm not going to be directing you that often. Every once in a while I will come back to you, but I want you to breathe in nice and slow, hold it as long as you can, breathe out nice and slow, holding it out as long as you can. Do it in a way that is comfortable, but do it in a way that really brings a lot of focus and restorative peace into your system. That's the intention. So together, let's imagine any place that you are experiencing conflict. Conflict with people, conflict with situations, conflict with yourself. Please set the intention to release conflict. Say this with me now. Please forgive and release me, and I forgive and release you. To anyone that I have conflict with, please forgive and release me, and I forgive and release you. To anyone that I am experiencing any conflict with, please set the intention to practice total and complete acceptance, to recognize that each and every person is doing the best that they can. Please set the intention to recognize that each and every person is operating innocently, and that the only thing that makes them malicious is your perspective that they shouldn't do it the way that they're doing it. But if you went and lived if you were, for example, a bird and you went and lived with the bats, you would think that all of them were really screwed up, hanging upside down. And if a bat came and lived with you in your bird's nest, they would not understand what you were doing standing on your feet. They would want to hang upside down from the nest. Different strokes for different folks. It doesn't mean that you have to agree with people. It doesn't mean that you subject yourself to negativity or being degraded. But please set the intention to move into a place of neutrality right now. To accept the people in your life, to accept yourself, to accept any situation, to accept your past, to accept your shortcomings. Please forgive and release me, and I forgive and release you. Say it. Please forgive and release me, and I forgive and release you. Please set the intention for enlightened consciousness to flow through, to experience purity of my own consciousness, to know that all is well, to trust that life is moving forward with perfection, that I am moving forward with perfection, and that all of my definitions are the source of my suffering. Please set the intention to rise out of the arbitrary belief in my opinions and to recognize the innocence of the people around me. Let me read to you from my mentor, Dr. Hawkins, and this is in his book, I the I. Surprise, surprise, this is the one I read all the time. But he says, as a serious spiritual student, one has to resign from the self-appointed duties of being the one to judge, correct, control, direct, change the world, and express opinions about everything. As a serious spiritual student, one is no longer obligated to continue these chores, and instead they are turned over to divine justice. Inasmuch as the mind has no idea what reality even is, relinquishing these former duties will be a relief and also bring an end to a lot of guilt. It is therefore quite helpful to give up causes and rallies for the oppressed, downtrodden, other victims and sentimentalities. Each person is merely fulfilling their own destiny. Allow them to do so. With detachment, it will be observed that most people enjoy the melodrama of their lives. Take a big, deep breath in with me right now. Hold your breath, and let's do some fast breathing with the intention of releasing any of the negativity that we have with any other person. Fast breathing in and out through the nose. Let's do it. Take a deep breath in. Hold your breath. Now blow out nice and slow all the way out. Releasing any ill will, any hatred, any grudges. Set your intention to release any of the against energy. Breathe normally again. Let me read you some more from my wonderful mentor, Dr. David Hawkins. He says, with humility comes the willingness to with humility comes the willingness to stop trying to control or change other people or life situations or events, ostensibly for their own good. To be a committed spiritual seeker, it is necessary to relinquish the desire to, quote-unquote, be right, or of imaginary value to society. In fact, nobody's ego or belief systems are of any value to society at all. The world is neither good nor bad nor defective, nor is it in any need of help or modification, because its appearance is only a projection of one's own mind. No such world exists. Another habit of the mind that creates temporary obstacles is the frequent use of the hypothetical as a source for argument and doubt. It is always possible for the intellect to construct an imaginary set of concepts in such a way to refute anything. The unconscious purpose of the hypothetical position is always the vanity of being, quote-unquote, right, and refuting some other point of view. The hypothetical has no validity and no existence in reality. The what if never has to be addressed in spiritual work, inasmuch as it is a spurious product of imagination and languaging whose motive is self-justification of a positionality. Take a deep breath in with me and let's complete this. Hold your breath. And as you're holding your breath, set your intention to release ill will, to release grudges, to forgive and release yourself, your past, other people, to forgive and release anything that you have seen, to come into a place of harmony, to know that all is well, and blow out nice and slow. Slowly open your eyes and come back. So my question today for you is very simple. Who are you going to forgive? Who are you going to release? And what will you forgive? And what will you release? If it works for you, leave me a comment. It might be too personal. It's okay. My name is Matthew Ferry, author of Quiet Mind, Epic Life. And I would really appreciate it if you would like this video and you would share this video with your friends, your fellow spiritual hooligans. And if it works for you, leave me a comment about anything that we've spoken about. Nothing is off the table with me. Now, I really, really would love to have you subscribe to my channel, because then you're going to know when I put out a new video, which is pretty much every day. And you can also press the bell button. That bell button will give you a notification. There's a group of us called the Spiritual Hooligans. We're in the Spiritual Hooligan Facebook group. And if you'd like to join the conversation with us there, I'll put the link down below. I'll also put a link to Doc Hawk's book, I, the I, the one that I've been reading out of. I highly recommend you get that book. I've been reading it since 2003, over and over and over and over. Thanks again for tuning in to this daily enlightenment.